fatigue those muscles. So trust me, in these classes, as you guys who have been with me a while know, that you don't need weights to get to muscle fatigue. Just standing on one leg for a while and trying to work all those little muscles is going to engage, and if you feel it, it's working. So when you come into those challenges in this class, don't forget to smile. We want issues in yoga. That's something that we can work on because we know there's going to be issues out there. So the better we learn how to handle that and we can be strong in those difficult moments and breathe through it, then we can carry it outside of here. But if you're looking for a little more of a fitness step up, that Monday night class is going to be a nice addition to your routine so you can do a little more cross training. But right now we're in this chair yoga class and we're feeling our feet on the floor. Always starts with a sense of grounding here. So just notice where your feet are planted. Imagine that there's some roots there. They're growing down through the bottoms of your feet. Feeling more stabilization here, and also a connectedness to the planet, to Mother Earth that gives us everything. So as you have these roots that are growing down deep into the earth, you can imagine that as you inhale, you're drawing up all of this nutrient-rich oxygen up into the body and that it's filling up your lungs. And when you exhale, you're exhaling the CO2, the nitrous oxide, you're releasing any toxicity, any stuckness, any stagnation that you've been holding on to. And just like that, that's the practice. You're breathing in, you're drawing in energy, you're drawing in life force and oxygen. And when you breathe out, you're letting go. And this is a practice of power, of controlling what we can control, and of letting go what it is that we can't control. And it's the dance of life, to be able to find that balance, to be able to use your creativity, to be able to be in this journey, and to be witness to the miracle that is happening right here and right now. So I'll keep reminding you, it's easy to get distracted. The biggest addiction that we have are those thoughts in our mind, so it's very juicy to want to follow them. So whenever you find yourself in that space and you're wandering off, no worries. As soon as you catch yourself or you hear me remind you, with all compassion, gentleness, just guide your awareness right back to the very next breath. It's happening right here and right now. And we'll just start to make some movement with this breath just by rolling the shoulders up towards the ears, giving them a squeeze. You can open the mouth here to let it go. Ha. 2 more times. Inhale, breathe deep, and exhale to release. Let's do it again. Inhale, open the mouth, exhale. Now take an inhale here with the head straight forward, and as you exhale, just drop that chin down towards the chest and take a full breath here, inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. On your next inhale, roll the chin towards your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in here and a full breath out. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, roll the chin to the left shoulder. 1 full breath in here and a full breath out. As you inhale, chin to chest. As you exhale, lift the chin, start to stretch the front of the throat so that you're looking towards the sky. Take a full breath in here and a full breath out. On an inhale, look up and over to the right. So still stretching the front of the throat, getting into the side. Full breath in and full breath out. You inhale, you look back towards center, chin rises. Exhale to the other side, chin turns towards the left. Take a full breath in and a smooth breath out. Bring the chin back to center, looking high, and then straight ahead. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take a big breath here and a breath out. Now float the left arm down by the side. The palm's going to face towards you. On an inhale, just float that arm a little bit out to the side there to your own degree, and then exhale to bring it back down. 2 more times. Inhale, rise it up. And exhale to float it down. This time we're gonna rise it up on the inhale, and as we exhale, we're gonna turn the palm to the back. See if you can start to slide that hand behind the back. You might need to scooch up in the chair a little bit, but we just get to a different angle in those strands of muscle along the side of the neck. So go nice and easy and find your place and just breathe into what you're feeling. Again, trying to let go on the exhales as you breathe in and then smoothly out. On your next inhale, bring the head back up to center. As you exhale, release the left hand down by your side. Then as you inhale, draw that left arm up towards the sky, and maybe the right hand comes down by the side of the chair. Lift up a little bit higher on the inhale, and then take a side bend over towards the right as you exhale. And let's just remember, we've got our anchor in every pose. So that right hip's gonna wanna, left hip, is gonna wanna roll up a little bit. I want you to try to press it down like you've got tape underneath of that left sitting bone. And breathe into what you're feeling on the left side of the ribs. Inhaling and exhaling. Now bring the left fingertips back up to the sky, reach them high, drop that hand onto the opposite thigh. Start to twist your upper body towards the right, and maybe the right hand comes behind the chair. If you like, you can flip that palm so that you have a little bit of leverage there, and then everybody will press down through the bottom of the spine on the inhale. Crown of the head lifts high. As you exhale, it's like you're making space from shoulder to shoulder. The collarbones start to spread wide, and you find one spot for your eyes to gaze. And breathe deeply in this twist so that when you exhale, you're just wringing out and rinsing anything you don't want to bring with you this weekend. Take this one more time, deep, full inhale, and fully exhale. And then from the top down, let's unwind. So start to bring the head forward and then the chest forward. Take your hands onto your knees here. And then on an inhale, slide the wrists back towards the hips. Bring your elbows like little chicken wings, so you're doing a cow pose by lifting the heart towards the horizon. And then the opposite, you slide back over your sitting bones, you round the spine, you stretch between the shoulder blades back there, and the chin chucks down. On the breath, with the inhale, a little cow pose, lift the heart. And then exhale to round the spine. Now, if you want to open the mouth on the exhale, you can. So you inhale through the nose, and then maybe on the exhale. 2 more times. We've got inhaling and exhale. Inhale, breathe deep. This time on your exhale, come all the way to a forward fold. So slide the fingertips down. Now you want to make sure you've got a little bit of tone in the lower belly here so it protects the lower back, but let the head be heavy. You might even want to shake it a little yes or a little no. And then start to move your left hand over to the right shin, or you could even rest your forearm. We're going to come into another twist. So first thing is to extend the spine and reach the crown of the head forward. Maybe the right hand starts at your right hip, and you find this length as you begin to twist towards the right. You could stay like this, or maybe reach the right arm out like an airplane wing, or even start to raise it up towards the sky. But nothing that you're cranking on. You want this twist to come from the middle of the back, above the diaphragm, not from the lumbar spine. Give it one more inhale here, wherever you've got, and then exhale to lower it down. Now we take a half flat back to decompress. So fingertips to the shins, lengthen the spine long. You can hug that belly in towards the spine. You can even lift the chest a little off the thighs here. Maybe you bring your arms both out like fighter jet wings, getting aerodynamic. Now we've got the back body working, the core, you're breathing, and your eyes are not squinting, they're soft, the jaw is soft. On your next inhale, take both arms, swim them up to the sky, reach them high. As you exhale, bring the palms together to connect. Come straight down towards the heart space and then interlace the palms. Go ahead and press those palms forward. Stretch the whole back body as you tuck the chin towards the chest. And then raise those palms up towards the sky. Press them nice and high. See if you can get the biceps by your ears as you root down through both sitting bones and make space wherever you can with your breath. One more inhale to press it high. Now clear the space. Just wipe it clear. Take the shoulders, roll them to your ears one time. Open your mouth and let it go. Ha. Now take an inhale looking forward. As you exhale, draw your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now your right hand's going to be down by the side of the body. On an inhale, let's raise it out to the side. And then as you exhale, go ahead and float it back down. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. This time we're going to inhale it to the side, breathe in. Now when you exhale, we'll turn the palm towards the back. See if you could do that little slide. So we're getting into some mobility here with the shoulder joint. We're working into those strands of muscle on the side of the neck. And we're just breathing deep and full. Always looking for a place that's right at the edge of our range of motion. It's never going to look the same. It's not going to look like anybody else. It's the beauty of the human race is that we're all so different. So you've got to find where you belong and work with that. Good. Now on your next inhale, take that head back up to center. And as you exhale, release the hand down. On an inhale, raise the right arm up to the sky, get long. Maybe the left hand grabs the side of the chair, and we'll all take a side bend over towards the left. You could always look up if you want a little more challenge to the neck muscles, but if you find it straining, looking forward or looking down is a nice way to relax that. But in yoga, they often make the focal point where the energy is going. So going up and over right now, you're looking up. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll take one more here in the side stretch. Nice, beautiful lateral movement here for the spine. And then inhale the arm back up to the sky. You'll rest it onto the opposite thigh, maybe even flipping that palm. Bringing the left hand behind the chair this time if it feels right for you. And then really rooting down through the bottom of the tailbone. You'll feel the rebound effect as the spine lifts tall. And then begin to look back towards that left shoulder, finding yourself once again in a little bit of a twisted up position. And what happens when we get out there in life and we're between a rock and a hard place and there's nothing we can do but breathe. So breathe that breath, deep, full in, smooth breath out. One more time here, inhaling and exhaling. Now start to slowly bring the body forward, turning towards center. This time we're going to take the knees a little bit wider, heels in, toes out, and we'll make some circles with the core. So firing up a little digestive juices here, loosening up those back muscles and the connective tissue all around our spine. After your next circle, go ahead in the opposite direction. Good. Take one more around and then come on back to center. We're going to heel toe, those legs back to parallel. On an inhale, lift the heart, a little cow pose just one time, and then exhale to slide those fingertips down the shins to find that forward fold again. Go ahead and shake the head yes, maybe even shake it no a few times, remembering that's always an option as well. All these are suggested poses. You do what feels right. But if you want to go for the twist down here to the other side, starting to bring the right hand over towards the left shin, twisting that torso towards the left, and perhaps starting with your left hand on the left hip, just to get your body to click into place so that you still have the length of the spine with the crown of the head facing the center here. Now, if you want to bring that arm out to the side, that's an option. And if you want to start to turn that up, deepening the twist, doing it from a place of wisdom here, of what feels right to you, breathing in and breathing out. Get one more inhale, whatever you chose, and then exhale, drop it for the forward fold. Take that half flat back again, lengthening the spine, getting that distance between the tailbone and the brainstem, and then once again, maybe bringing those arms out like fighter jet wings, really hugging that lower belly in towards the spine, strengthening the whole core here. Breathing deep and full for one more breath. And then press and rise all the way to the sky. Once more, palms touch. Let's come down that center line, interlace, and press it forward. Stretch the back body. And then on your next inhale, draw both palms up to the sky, reach it high. As you exhale, just clear the space, let anything go. Shoulders roll one time, inhale, open the mouth, exhale. Good. Let's just take a moment here to pause. Find yourself in seated mountain pose. Notice the residue of the movements in the body from an energetic feeling right now, just how any shifts have occurred since you came. And if the mind is drifted, again, just bring it right back to that next breath, deep and smooth, in and out. Good. From here, we'll start to connect a little more with breath to movement. So let's work into some sun salutations. We'll start seated. On an inhale, bring both arms up to the sky, reach it high. As you exhale, just drop the right hand down and take a side bend over. Inhale, both arms come back up to the sky. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Now come back to the sky on the inhale. As you exhale, bend the elbows, cactus arms. Take an inhale here. Now, like you're moving through something thick, make a chest press with the forearms coming together. Inhale that back open, and then exhale, take the forward fold. Now on an inhale, we'll just take that half flat back, so lengthen the spine here, and then drop your heavy head down low for forward fold. On an inhale, reach and rise all the way up to the sky, palms connect. On the same exhale, the hands come through to the heart and then press that forward. Now on an inhale, we're going to come to the sky, but this time as you exhale, twist your upper body towards the right and press those palms up, and it's like you're taking that cow pose inside of this twist. Breathe deep. On your next inhale, turn the palms to center, and as you exhale, bring the hands behind the head with the elbows flaring out to the side. Take an inhale here. Draw your right elbow towards your right hip for a side crunch. And then come on back to center. Exhale, other side. And come on back to center. Now squeeze those elbows towards one another. And then open it up, lift the chin a bit. Now press those palms back up to the sky, reach it high, and twist over to the left. A little twisting back bend here. Breathe deep. Breathe free. Come on back to face the center. Exhale, clear the slate. Inhale, shoulders roll. And exhale, let it go. Good. All right, we're gonna spill through that a little more smoothly. We'll make it like a moving meditation, just one breath and one movement, kind of like an advanced game as Simon says. So remember, you can take breaks, you can modify whatever feels right to you. Just 2 rounds, and we're gonna kind of go a little bit back to back here so that we can get to our next thing. We got a lot of ground to cover today, so if you're ready, here we go. On an inhale, both arms reach up to the sky. And then as you exhale, drop the right hand and reach the left over. Come back up on the inhale. Exhale, other side. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, cactus those arms. Stay for the inhale, and then a chest press as you exhale. Open it up, inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Take the half flat back on the inhale, and then exhale, drop your heavy head low. We take both arms to the sky, reach and rise, and then hands come to prayer through the heart, interlace, press it out. On an inhale, raise those palms to the sky, and as you exhale, take a twisting back bend. Come back to the center on the inhale. Hands come behind the head as you exhale. Take an inhale here. Draw the right elbow to the right hip. Back to center, inhale. Other side, exhale. Come back on the inhale, elbows together, exhale. Inhale, elbows wide. Press those palms to the sky. Go ahead and twist the upper body to the left. Take that delicious back bend, and then come on back to center. Let's clear the space and let it go. Shoulders roll and release. Take 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Again, in and out. Last round. Inhale up. Exhale, right arm down, left arm over. Come back to the sky, other side. Back up high, inhale, cactus it out, exhale. Stay for the inhale. Give me those chest muscles. Now open it back wide, forward fold, dive. Half flat back to lengthen. Exhale, drop the head. Let's press and rise all the way up to the sky. Palms connect through the center line, and then press it forward. On an inhale, palms high. As you exhale, a little twist to the right and stretch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, behind the head. Take an inhale here. Right elbow, right hip. Come back up to center. Take it to the other side. Come on back to center, elbows together. Open it wide and press it high, and then turn to the left, take the twist. Come back to center, inhale. Exhale to release, shoulders roll, and let it go. And then just notice maybe a little more heartbeat there. Nothing wrong with some cardio in our yoga practice, just to get the body a little warm, get the circulation moving. I think we've done a lot with our upper body. Let's address some of the lower here, and we'll move through this more quickly so we can get to some standing posture. So let's just start with the moving from the ground up. Let's take both legs. Bring them straight forward here. See if you can flex the feet and then point. And then flex and point. See if you can sit up tall, working a little core here. And point and flex and point. And then go ahead and circle those feet around. And then whatever direction you've been moving, go in the opposite. Excellent. Now from here, let's just bend the knees, hold on to the sides of your chair, sit up tall, and then push them out. And then bend and push, and bend and push, and bend and push. Okay, drop that down. Now we're gonna take just the right foot only. Go ahead and lift that knee slightly and then open it to the side and then bring it back to center. And then open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Stay open this time, leaving the pressing the bottom of your spine down. Lift the crown of the head. Maybe bring that left arm to the left like an airplane wing, followed by the right. So not leaning to the side here, sitting up tall. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, press that heel out. And without holding your breath for 3, 2, 1, go ahead and let that go. Underneath of the right leg, let's just soothe out that hip a bit. Start circling around in one direction. And then the other. Good. Now come to the top of the shin here. Draw that knee in towards the nose. You can round the back a little. And if you like, just tucking that chin into the throat, targeting that thyroid gland. Maybe you even want to swallow a little here. And then allow that knee to drop down a bit. Start to straighten out your spine. See if you can engage some of the core muscles here, hugging the belly in towards the spine. And then you could stay like this, or if you want, you could reach the right arm out to the side, followed by the left. Now maybe you press the right heel forward. And then last little bit, bringing both arms up to the sky like the letter L. Keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1, and then let that go. Scooch up a little bit in your chair here and just start to windshield wiper those knees back and forth. Good. All right, let's take care of that other side. So coming on back here, we'll take the left knee, foot, hover it up off of the floor, sit up nice and tall, and then opening it up to the side, bringing it back. 2, 3, remember keeping it mindful. 4, staying on 5, leaving it here, sitting up a little taller. Maybe the right hand comes out to the side this time, followed by the left. Doing my best to keep my head right over those hips. If you want a little more, you can start to press that leg out to the side, keeping it there, breathing full for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come on underneath of that thigh and make those circles around. Starting in one direction, targeting some of that synovial fluid in our largest joint in our body, and then reverse that. Good. Now let's come to the top of this shin, interlace here. Start to draw the nose towards your knee. You can stretch between those shoulder blades back there, tucking the chin in. And then drop that knee down a little bit. Go ahead and straighten out that spine. This time, maybe one hand comes out to the side, followed by the other, arms wide. You can press that heel forward, feeling quadricep muscles turn on, and then the whole back lengthens as we lift the arms high for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and let that go. Maybe come back to a little rinse there. All right, go ahead and find your seat, your mountain pose. We're gonna start to move towards standing. I think we might have done this in here last week. I've definitely done it in some of my classes, but we'll start the sequence seated. So it's gonna be the right arm lifts high, breathe in, and then lower it down. left arm high, and lower it down. And then we bring both arms up to the sky. We take the cactus, and then we reach it up again on the inhale, and then we lower it down. So that's the sequence. If you want to stand, you can stand. So it's raising it on the inhale, right arm. Exhale, lowering it down. Left arm rises. Exhale, lowers it down. Both arms high, stay standing. Go ahead and bend the elbows. Reach it back up, and we come back down. 2 more rounds if you want it. Right arm. Exhale, lower. Left arm. Exhale, lower. Both arms stay. Go ahead and bend. Bring it to the sky. Let it come down. Last round, inhale right. Exhale to lower. Left arm high. And lower it down. Take both arms high. Bend. Reach it up. Stay standing. Just take those arms down by your side. Come join us if you're ready. We'll move to some standing postures. Let's go straight to down dog to start today. So go ahead and find your chair. Now, remember, you've got a couple of different options for downward facing dog. So first variation, which has a less of an inversion, is to keep the hands at the back of the chair and to walk the feet back so that the back of the heels line up with the back of the seat. If you want to find a deeper variation, you would turn the chair around toward you and grab the sides of the chair. That's going to allow you to walk your feet back a little bit more and get into a bit more of an inverted V shape. But the goal of the posture is spinal lengthening. So Barry, you might want to open your feet a little bit wider. I'd say at least hip distance. Good. And the big toes are facing forward. The weight kind of presses a little bit towards the outer edge. And what you're looking for, there can be as much bend in the knees as you want. What you're looking for is the length in the spine. So it's like someone's got a hook in your tailbone. They're lifting that up and back. And then the ears in between those arms. Once you get there and you feel like you're at a good place with your spinal cord, then you could start to straighten the knees a bit and feel into that hamstring stretch. Whatever you do, remember, breathe deep. So allow the belly to drop when you breathe in and expand, and then you hug that belly in towards the spine. When you breathe out, everything contracts. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last one here, inhaling and then exhaling, and then a little more generous bend in the knees. Start to make your way towards the chair here and stand up. If the seat of the chair is facing towards you, go ahead and turn it around so you have the back of the chair. Good. Okay. Now from here, we'll do like we were doing seated, but now we're going to engage our balance, engage our tiptoes. So see if you can take the right arm up to the sky and come up onto those tippy toes as you breathe deep. And then go ahead and lower that arm down. Now left arm comes high, tippy toes, and then lower it down. Come back to the right arm only. Stay here. Keep the calf muscles engaged, pressing down through the balls of the feet. Reach the fingertips high. Now maybe you just take everything but your index finger off of the chair for a moment. Notice how that feels. Find a focal point for your eyes and see if you can stabilize and remove the hand. Maybe you even feel a little precocious today and you want to raise both arms to the sky, remembering we want issues in here, so challenge yourselves. Breathe deep and then let it go. Rock up onto the heels of the feet here. Take your right arm back up to the sky. Maybe you take everything but the index finger off of the chair. And then maybe you see, even if you're stumbling around, all good, All right, we're strengthening the shins. We're practicing being calm in a challenging moment. And then one last opportunity. Let it go. Okay, this time, press back up onto the tippy toes. Take your left hand, bring it up to the sky, nice and high. Okay? Start to look for a focal point for your eyes. Maybe you remove 4 fingers. Maybe the last one comes off, and then you start to lift it. And just breathe. Good. We are strengthening our muscle called calmness. We are working on balance. And let it go. Rock back up onto the heels. Bring the left arm up to the sky this time. And then you got it. A little balance practice, whatever you'd like there. Keep breathing. All right, let it go. Walk that off, shake that off. Good. Okay. So from here, we'll come to the right side of the chair. I know those clocks aren't right, but I'm not sure how far they're off. So let me just see.
I have 10:45.
Oh, they're not bad. Okay, thank you. All right, let's come to the right side of the chair. We're gonna start today, let's start with some standing twists. So bring your right hand to your right hip. Check out your right foot. Let's lift and to the best of your ability, try to spread the toes on the right foot and ground everything down. So just like when we started, imagine like you're growing roots out of the bottom of that foot, planted into the earth. Now from here, just hover that left foot up off of the floor and you'll recalibrate a bit. Now start to draw that left knee up towards the chest, but only to a place where you can still keep the crown of the head lifted. So I don't care how high you lift your knee, I still want that spine to be your priority. And the muscle we're really targeting here is the psoas, which is the largest muscle in our body, and you can't see it from the outside. Starts at the middle of the back, comes through the iliac, your hip, to the front of the thigh, so you feel that engaged. Now from here, if you'd like, you could start to turn your upper body towards the chair. I'm gonna say leave your hand on your right hand on your right hip, and maybe start to press that left heel forward. But when you press the left heel forward, don't lean back. So I don't care how high you lift it, keep rooting down into that bottom foot, and then maybe you look back towards that left shoulder and you find your twist. Now, if you're feeling extra daring today and you want to bring that left arm back fearlessly, start to look at those fingertips. Maybe the right arm reaches forward and you find your standing twist. Take one more inhale, whatever you've got. Exhale, let it all go. Take your hands down to your knees here. Start to make some circles in one direction. And then circle the other way. Good, come on back to standing. We're gonna switch our balance onto our left foot, but stay on the right side of the chair here. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Lift and spread the toes of the left foot, plant them back down, and then start to shift the weight and bring that right knee up towards the chest. So planting those roots down through the left foot, standing up tall. Now we're gonna open and then come back. 4, 2, and back. 3, and back. 4, and back. Now for 5, we're gonna take the sole of this right foot. Let's bring it inside of the calf here for tree pose. Right hand comes to the heart space. Maybe everything except for one finger comes off of the chair, or maybe you bring the hands together, finding the focal point and seeing if you could stabilize here. If you feel stable and you want to change the gaze a little more towards the horizon or bring the arms overhead, grow those branches. And if you really want to up the ante in tree, you can close your eyes. See how that feels. Breathe, whatever you do. One more opportunity to play with it, and then let it go. Shake it out. Good. Okay. Let's turn the chair towards us. Open your feet up wide. And now the feet are going to be kind of straddling the chair. You're going to be pigeon-toed, so the toes are in, the heels are out, and you're pressing into the outer edge of the foot, but you're containing, you're strengthening, it's like you're pulling your quadricep muscles up off of your knees as you strengthen your legs. And then grab the side of the chair, and then you'll have to just finagle where you belong. I'm going to come down onto my forearms here and bring the crown of my head down. But as I do that, I'm still pressing into the outer edges of my feet, and I'm lifting my tailbone to the sky. So you're going to feel this in the hamstrings. You're going to feel it at the glute attachment to those hamstrings, those tendons back there. And the whole groin area is getting a nice stretch in this straddle pose. So take advantage, right? You probably wouldn't be in this position if you didn't come to yoga today. I'm not sure, but that's the whole point of these creative movements, is to touch places we don't normally touch. So get in there, bring that breath. Take one more big inhale and fully exhale. And then use your hands to press yourself back up. Hands to hips, stand up. And then come over to the left side of the chair now. We'll take it all on the other side, finish this off. Okay. So the first standing balancing pose is the twist, which means that our standing leg is going to be the one furthest from the chair, the left leg. We've got our left hand on the left hip here, and we're going to root down through that left foot. Start to bring the right knee up towards the chest, just to the place where I'm not leaning back, so I'm engaging that psoas muscle. Now from here, begin to twist your upper body towards the chair. Okay, now, different options here. You could stay like this in the twist. If you want a little more challenge to balance, you can bring the right arm back and the left arm forward. And you're expanding that chest open. And I haven't missed a breath this whole time, so breathing in and breathing out. Keep rooting through that bottom leg. You got one more opportunity here to practice. Deep breath in, and then go ahead and let it go. Bring your hands to your hips and make some circles around in one direction. And then smooth it out the other way. Okay, come on back to standing. We're going to switch legs now. So now the right leg becomes the standing leg. Make sure you got that good surface area, so widening those toes from one another, pressing down, and then starting to raise that left knee up towards the chest. Breathing nice and deep. We're going to open the door and then close it in. for 2, and come forward. 3, come forward. 4, and forward. Staying for 5, taking the sole of that foot, bringing it into tree pose. Okay, so your variation of tree, bringing one hand to the heart space, locking in with a focal point for the eyes. Maybe both hands come together for prayer. And then we breathe here, we see how we feel, and then the next opportunity would be to change the gaze. Maybe reach the arms, grow those branches taller. Keep feeling the connection between the right big toe and the ground as you raise those branches tall. If you want to close your eyes and challenge further, opportunity to do so. Right, notice you have to really focus that mind to balance, and you breathe through whatever happens. One more moment there, and then coming on down, letting it go, shaking it off. Good job, find a seat. Well done. All right, let's just tap it out here to finish off. So taking those fingers, oh, we've been needing some rain lately, so let's just wash away, do a little rain dance on your head here. Any stuckness that still might be up in there, to see if you can wash it out, little pitter patters. And then we'll use our thumbs like windshield wipers right at the base of the skull, just kind of getting underneath of that occipital ridge. And then maybe even the fingers at the top get like a little shampoo massage. Now take those windshield wipers, instead of going horizontal, start to draw those thumbs up and down those larger neck muscles that come along that cervical spine. And then take your thumb and your index finger, bring it to the top of the earlobe here, and just a little bit of the pressing and pulling. It's a soothing move. It's like acupressure here, and our ears are connected to other parts of the body and the nervous system. So just a little bit of that self-soothing as you get into some of those pressure points. And you could even come down here all the way to the lobe of the ear, just a little nice pulling there. And then there's that meaty piece of cartilage that's right here. You want to get that too. We'll take our index fingers, last movement, good for this vagus nerve. You want to rub up and down the back of the ear here. Now take that index finger along with the middle finger, come right to the center of the forehead, and just start to smooth those arches over the eyebrows, smoothing out the forehead. If there's any tension you're holding on to there that you'd like to let go, just rubbing that out nice and easily. And then the next time that you get to the temples, go ahead and make some circles there in one direction. And then take that the other way. And then we'll use our index fingers again. This time we'll come into the sinus cavity, so just right at the cheekbone area, just kind of clearing out any stuckness that might be in there. And then a little pitter patter for the cheekbones and the center of the cheeks. Just let the face relax. Can even come over to the hinge of the jaw, which can get tight sometimes, and like loosen that up. And then the hinge will lend down the jawline to the chin, even the upper lip. Good. And then we'll take the hands, we'll face the palms towards us, and then cross the wrists so that you hook those thumbs like butterfly wings. Come right to that heart muscle here. Make some circles in one direction. And then move those circles in the other direction. Just a little self-soothing there for that heart space and anything that you might be feeling or healing from this week. Just allowing yourself to have some compassion and some self-care for those feelings. And then we'll bring the hands to prayer at the space of the heart and having a moment here to be grateful for yourself that you are committed to these practices, that you have the consistency of showing up and taking care of yourself. And then a little prayer for the world and some of the healing that it needs at this time, at every time. Just being able to send out some of this good energy that we created to those who may need it. We'll bring the thumbs to the third eye space for clarity of thought, and then move the fingers to the lips for that compassion in our speech to ourselves and to each other. And then finally landing it back home at the space of the heart, the consistency of action to keep showing up and to carry this with us in what we think, say, and do. I want to express my gratitude to everyone for being here today. Thank you so much for coming, for letting me lead you. Namaste. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
My pleasure.